afternoon, everybody. I received an invitation on the floor of the Senate to come and meet with you, members of the press, on the motion that we have just moved. So I'm here to take your questions, and please feel free to ask whatever you need to ask. Thank you, and good afternoon again. Last year, I moved a motion on the floor of the Senate for the creation of a federal road authority, to replace FERMA, because I agree with you that if we are going to go into proper concessioning, then there will be more of a need for a regulator rather than an agency, an interventionist agency. And so we had asked that the federal government, and the bill is now it's gone past second reading, should create the Federal Road Authority, just as you have the Nigerian Ports Authority. And that authority will be the owner of the infrastructure. And because it will now own the infrastructure, it is easy for it to interact with the private sector. Private sector finds it very difficult to interact with government directly. They prefer to interact with government agencies and authorities. And so in interacting with the private sector, it will also be a regulator of sorts, while you have concessionaires who will be the operators. And so we are saying the same thing. The reason why we have this motion today is that, look, if we are talking about bringing in private capital into the infrastructure sector, we must ensure that our laws are not an impediment to that aim. That's what it's all about. Let us be sure that our laws are not an impediment. And so we, as the National Assembly, have to be proactive up and doing this. The executive has talked about this infrastructure, Infracorp. So if there's an Infracorp, where is the synergy with the National Assembly, so that we ensure that Infracorp, or whatever it is, I don't know what it's called, whatever it's called, works. Let it work. Let there be no laws that are impeding it from working. And that's what this is all about. I'm a PDP man through and through, and I see no reason to move to the APC. We've been able to do our work as legislators in the PDP and our work as politicians in the PDP. So I don't see any reason to move. Our governor said he was moving because after 6 years as a governor in Cross River State, that he wanted to align with the center. And I find that very, well, that's his reason. He says he wants to align with the center. I am already aligned with the center. I'm working in the National Assembly, in the Senate, where we have just one Senate, and that Senate works for Nigeria. And so we are aligned with the center. So we don't have to move to any other party to align with the center and do our work. So let the governor go and align with the center. I will stay here and continue to align with the center. I don't see any capturing of anything. The PDP won 16 or was it 17 states in the last elections. The bulk of the elected officials in those states are still in the PDP. It's just one elected official that has moved. Do you understand? In Cross River State, even though we hear rumors that some members of the House of Assembly may move, they have not moved. We've not seen them moving. So let's wait and see how many are going to move. But in the National Assembly, the 3 senators are intact. Nobody has moved. At the House of Reps, out of the 7 that we have, is it 7 or 8 that we have, 2 have moved. 2 say they are moving. I've not seen them. I don't know if you have seen anybody moving. I've not seen, they have been telling the governor, we are moving. But I've not seen them. Nobody has crossed any carpet. So we have a saying in Cross River, in the PDP, under this current environment. They say move, but don't join. So some are moving, but they're not joining. So let's see.
Are you sure that Senator will not move?
Ode has said that he's not moving, and you can ask him himself. He's not moving. I don't know which ambition. Have I told you about any ambition? I'm not aware that I've not declared any such thing. No, my body language has been. There's nothing wrong with my body language. My body language is that I am a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria until 2023, and so I'm focused on delivering on my mandate. That's my body language.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sorry, sir. No problem.